The Dark Phoenix Saga, Uncanny X-Men 130. This is episode 2. Things are starting heating up. We've got one part of the team captured. We got Kitty Pryde introduced. We've got Dazzler coming up. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Long Box Diving, where we explore comics and story arcs pulled from the Long Box. Now, Uncanny X-Men's Dark Phoenix Saga. If you remember from the last episode, we had the X-Men just came back from a mission off Mirror Island. Professor X shows up out of nowhere. We have two new mutants pop up on Cerebro. We have some internal struggle between the groups. Jean Grey is being mentally manipulated by Mastermind to believe that she's back in the Revolutionary days and she's married to Mastermind. You have Emma Frost coming and capturing the one team with Wolverine and Colossus and Storm and Professor X and taking them to a secret hidden base. And then we now starting into issue 130, the first appearance of Dazzler. And so in this issue, we start out with the other team that goes after Dazzler. Now this is going to be Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Nightcrawler. And so this issue, again, this was written by Chris Claremont and drawn by John Byrne. The art is fantastic in this. I like that old school stuff, so it's really pretty cool. Now, they get to the night. So basically, she's at a nightclub in Manhattan, Lower Manhattan. So they get to this nightclub and they get ready to take Dazzler under their wing. Now, they don't know anything has happened yet. They don't know anything has happened to the other team. They think it's just a standard mutant enlistment operation that's going on. No big deal. So as they walk into the nightclub, Nightcrawler's going to stay outside. Nightcrawler, and again, he's probably not the best person to go into the nightclub. So he's going to kind of be lookout, watch out what's going on. So Jean Grey and Scott, dressed in civilian clothes, are getting ready to go into the nightclub. And then you've got the Hellfire Club, which is the main bad guys here in this series. And they are watching them on monitors. They're keeping track of everything they do. So they go into the nightclub, it's through this rickety old place. You got the loud music, the disco lights, and all that kind of stuff going on. And you can see the people for the Hellfire Club are talking back to the Inner Circle, which, is Sebastian Shaw, Mastermind, Weingard. Of course, Frost is already into another base with the other guys. Say, hey, they're here, and your turn to go, Weingard. Mastermind, you're going to take this from here. So they go back, we get back to the other base, and they've got all the X-Men are basically down in their underpants. They've got Colossus, Wolverine, and Storm trapped in these power-inhibiting cages of some sort. And they got Professor X laid out on a steel gurney, and he's got probes all hooked over to his head. And they're talking about, hey, we gotta figure out what they're doing here. We got to keep them in track. We want to get all that. Basically, they want to. So Xavier's under electrosleep sedation while the inhibitor fields keep these other from using their powers. So they want to find where Kitty is. They want to start their own school. They want to pull in. They want to basically make the X-Men the bad guys and get rid of them so they can be the preeminent, mutants in the world. Now, Kitty comes through the wall. Again, she's just learning how to use her powers, and kind of get a kind of flashback of what happened where Miss Frost was in her house. Miss Frost was weird. Then the Xavier group comes in, and they go out for ice cream, and then these guys in a power armor attack, and then they get captured by Frost, and she's there now trying to rescue him. So she goes up to Storm, and she's like, hey, how can I get you out of here? And she's like, these things are affecting our powers. We got to figure out some way to unlock the cage or turn the cages off. But by that time, Miss Frost sees that Kitty Pryde is there, sends the guards after her, and she just kind of dives through the floor, right? Which is pretty cool. So then we're back over into Manhattan, into this nightclub, and then Weingard kind of comes up to Jean Grey. They're looking for the mutant. They don't know who it is yet. And Weingard comes up to, and she kind of taps her on the shoulder, and next thing you know, she's back into the past again. And it's like, her wedding day. And she goes up, and Sebastian Shaw is the preacher, and Weingard is the man she's married, the man she loves. And he lifts the veil and rips off her cloak, and she's the Black Queen, dressed in that Black Queen thing, with her hair up, all like a librarian kind of thing. And then he leans in for the marriage kiss, and she kisses him back, and then pops back into the present. She's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And you can see her eyes kind of like. And of course, Cyclops is over the side going, what are you doing? Neither one knows what's going on. And of course, for him to automatically assume she's just kissing some random guy at the club, that he should have known better. And so she's like, let me explain. He's like, no, let's just look. And then Dazzler lights up, okay, and she does her mutant thing. That's mutant. So now they're going after her. So he's got a mini Cerebro that's in his watch. Well, at this time, Kitty finally finds a phone so she can call the other team, and she gets Nightcrawler on the phone. She says, hey, we've been captured. The other team's in capture. And he's like, hold on, what's going on? And the next thing you know, guy comes out of nowhere in a power armor, goes after Nightcrawler. And he shoots him with a sonic beam, which kind of disrupts his ability to teleport because he needs to be able to focus, be able to teleport back and forth. So he's dancing around trying to avoid this dude. Dazzler's lighting up the stage, and then suddenly the two armor guys come through the roof. And so then the battle's on. So we have Cyclops fighting, our power armor. But again, the power armor has been set up in a way to specifically target each mutant's power. So one of them is able to put like this force-filled thing, this ball of energy around Phoenix that kind of puts her into crumbles her, makes her mind go crazy. And then the other one shoots like this gum, it looks like a big ball of gum that wraps around Cyclops' face. But Dazzler kind of steps in and starts fighting too. Hey, these people are messing up. This is crazy. So she's shooting beams at him. And then, she's able to disrupt the guy that's holding Phoenix. And when she does, Phoenix is able to get the big ball of gum off Cyclops' face. And then he does this whole beam thing where he turns his head. You can see it in the art. He shakes back and forth like this, and his beam shooting everywhere. And at that time, off comes the roof, comes another guard holding Nightcrawler, and they're all fighting back and forth, right? We got this big battle going on. Phoenix kind of shoots that dude and gets him off Nightcrawler. They're like, hey, is everything all right? And he's like, hey, the other mutants were taken captive. They're being held by Miss Frost in some undisclosed location, and we've got to go help them. And then Cyclops says, hey, Dazzler, you should come with us because these guys are probably after you. And so they all get into the car. They start driving off, and in the distance is Jason Weingart kind of standing there watching. But he's like, you guys are falling right into our trap. So basically, there's something coming up that they don't know about, and there's definitely some type of trap going to be happening here soon. And so things are going to come to a head. They're going to be coming to the big fight. Now, we can also see Mastermind is really messing with Jean Grey's head, and that's really messing with the relationship with Cyclops and Jean Grey as well. And so overall, so far, the story's going really pretty good. And I love this last scene. It says, by then, however, it may be well too late for him, for the X-Men, and most importantly, for the woman he loves. And you got this, and the next episode is called Run for Your Life. So far, done pretty good. The story's going at a good pace. There's lots of actions, there's lots of intrigue, things are going on. We haven't really seen where the Dark Phoenix comes in yet, other than Phoenix is Phoenix, and somebody's messing with her brain. And we know the Phoenix Force is kind of trapped inside her skull, in some way inhibited. So somebody messing with the brain is probably not the best idea. So we'll have to pick it up the next episode and figure out what's going on with this in the next issue. So if you like this review, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time here in the Long Box.